Stop by anytime you like.
Our destination. See anything suspicious?
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
You a sight for sore eyes. Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Well, the kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. Goddamn shame. Then what, you just lug in that coffin or pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What do you say?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. So you go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this continent. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
What a hit! Cliche, but that one's gotta hurt. Sam, I'm afraid that weapon is ineffective against Max. You'll need to rely on something else instead. Are you injured, Sam? Nice one! That one seems to have done some damage. Yours seems to have left a mark. One seems to have done some damage. That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the Chiral network. I'm Sam!
Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Your name is Sam. What in the hell was... It looks like a machine, but... I can tell you gave it your all. We appreciate the help. I hope we can continue to rely on you. This moment's been a long time. Please use your... Now displaying your current order grade.
Great. No issues establishing... By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us earlier. Only prudent we study it, you know? If we learn anything of value, we'll be sure to relay it to Drawbridge. Thanks again for coming.
Sam, due to your tireless efforts, Westford, a great achievement. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity, only by connecting all of Australia. And by doing so, we will create the optimal we are one step closer to making the chiral verse a reality. The road ahead is, for now though,
Order completed. Well done. Safety first. Please take care. Safe travels.
Was it really his? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but...
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
It was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the Chiral Network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Lou.
Sam, this is Tarman. Feeling refreshed, I hope? Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. More specifically, we can travel between any two facilities that are connected to the chiral network by way of the tar currents. Naturally, this includes Mexico as well. If you're curious about how the folks in the places you visited are getting on, you can catch up on any recent developments by accessing the corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
It's important to remember that defeating BTs isn't the same as These entities are simply... Why don't you try fresh... You know, I've been thinking about... Fragile holds herself personally If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand. But she's resolved not to let any of it show. She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence. And Higgs wouldn't... But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with Lou. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do... That's what I think, anyway.
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions. But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam, it's Charlie. Another request is ready for you. You'll find it listed as a main... So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending. That is a task. As the network grows in size, we will have much... That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at... It appears that they're in dire need of additional... To the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your next... This next order is intended to alleviate... You're to restore the mine north of F1, after which you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine. As this is a somewhat complicated order, Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could make this... All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several... To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHP Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked, and when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. Next, access the terminal again. If all goes well, a large quantity of you'll then need to deliver those materials to... Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine to make life easier. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for... That's all there is to...
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
You can use a tri-cruiser to transport. These... If that's... And when you're not used... Just
Floating carrier.
Sam, there's another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
My name's Sam!
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery
Okay. Okay.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam. Iron decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Not enough reason.
Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the... Very good, Sam. Now all you have to do is load the extracted materials onto the monorail for transport. Let's begin by accessing that delivery terminal.
Did you... With it back up and... Right. Sorry. Let's take... Would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of...
Now display your current order grade.
Oh, here's a little... I got them. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item. We really, at the risk of stating the obvious, it's gonna take an awful... But, at least with this monorail operational, you can bring... That's gonna go a long way. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. Sure. The monorail network was extensive and once stretched across... But repeated exposure to timefall has seen... And with the constant threat of... If you have even a small... Anyway... What?
You managed to save the day. The people here now have more than... They should be able to prepare But first, I have some information. Return to the DHV Magellan so we can talk.
Order completed. Well done. Safety first. Please take care. You've got very impressive work, Sam.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that, pretty much, is the extent of our recent... Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was... But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment. Much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.